Funny story, actually we met over at Cinder last year in Dublin, so thanks to Kimberly. I was in the bar in an Irish pub pouring a pint of Guinness, and next to me was Louise from Sven, from Sven's company, Mono. And she said, "Oh, what do you do?" And I said, "I do structured data." And Louise said, "I love structured data." I was like, this is a bit surreal. It's not the kind of thing that would happen in an Irish pub. Anyway, since then we haven't looked back, have we, Sven?
That's right, yeah. And Louise is still like saying like she loves structured data, and she really loves that, and Guinness as well, I guess.
They go well together.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is the importance of structured data in all of our mutual mission to deliver digital marketing services. It's a lot of us have had legacy companies. I've been in the Yellow Pages industry for far too long. It's kind of tragic, but we've been evolving and trying to deliver digital marketing services. Now, one of the things that is key to the opportunity is being able to make processes efficient and save costs. And so this is what we're going to try and do today. You found the clicker.
I found the clicker.
We've got more than one slide. Oh yeah, you should introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Sven, and yeah, I'm from Mono Solutions. Mono Solutions does web presence. We have a web presence platform. I've been working with Mono Solutions for 3 years. And Mono is not just web building, it's actually structured content, a rendering engine that can turn whatever content you have into something beautiful. That's what we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm James Moore. I founded a company called centralindex.com, which is a structured data API, and we are basically, we've got about 25 million records in the database. It's available over an API for developers to build applications. We power about 600 business directories in the UK, and I think we've got South Africa, Australia, and a few other places as well. Last August, we were acquired by web.com, or web.com, as they call it, based in Florida, and I'm now SVP of international platforms for them, and working on global domination through partnerships. So I'm hoping we can achieve some things today.
Global domination?
Yes, mutual global domination. So this was supposed to be a big reveal slide where it would be animated and it would start off blank.
We took up the animation because of the advice we got from the earlier speaker.
But so there's no drum roll, but what do you guys think is the common denominator, pretend you can't see the word, in digital marketing services? Well, you know, Greg, I'm glad you said that. Because the interesting thing is, with DMS, whatever we're doing, what we're fundamentally doing is trying to transform the profile of our customer into something to deliver them response, whether it be a print ad or a video or a website. Fundamentally, the common piece is content. Hopefully everyone agrees with that. If you don't agree, this is going to be a bit awkward, but we can discuss it later on. Anything to add on this one?
No, that's exactly right, James. So what I would like to say is like, okay, so if you have content, you may have content, but if it's not structured, that's really what I loved about the former speaker. Amazing what they do with cleaning up the content that's out there. There's a lot of content, but if you have a lot of content, it's nothing. It's not really an asset unless you have it structured. It's like having a suitcase, like a really messy suitcase, and you need just that one plug for phone charger, and where is it, right? It takes a long time, equals cost, to actually find the thing and transform it into something.
Absolutely agreed. And the interesting thing is, all of you guys, especially the ones with the YP backgrounds, are sitting on vast amounts of content, probably in printed books which are sitting in basements or other things like that. Without that data being available and structured, usually every time you go about delivering a new product, whether it be a website, whether it be an advert, every time you make a sale, factored into your processes are, right, we've got to get the content from the client, we've got to do this again, and it becomes this sort of Groundhog Day where you have to consistently rebuild and factor into your processes the manufacturing or the generation of content. What we're here to talk about is that if you take the first step, which one can now do with the available tools, and have that content available in a structured format, your lives can become beautiful.
Just like this, like a gold mine, basically.
That's what we like to think.
That's what it is. That's supposed to be a gold mine, this one. So if you have your content in a structured way, you can utilize it, you can transform it into products. It's actually gold. It's not gold yet, it's a gold mine. You
Oh,
need
yeah.
to mine it, right? You need to dig it out.
There is a difference. You've got to get the content into structure, then you've got to do some other things. We're going to talk about that. I hope these images are relevant, by the way, to Yoav's point, because we don't want to lead you through sort of random slides. We did a lot of work on this to think about the images. And the fundamental thing we've all got is we've got to win the customer, we've got to sell them these products, they're all very complicated, and then if you've got additional costs in delivery, it's a bit of a nightmare. So there is direct profit linked to preparing the ground and having structured content available. So this is all about a profit exercise.
Exactly. And we're going to show you some examples, not just talk, but actually show you something later on today in this presentation of how you can transform structured content into products that you can sell. And this doesn't have to be that one product, it can be anything that you really
Anything
like.
you can imagine.
Anything you can imagine. So, you can't just transform or mine your content without some technology. You need technology, of course. And you need a technology that's scalable to actually mine that gold out and to turn it into profit. That's basically what this slide is supposed to say. Right, James?
Yeah, exactly. And I think we're heading down this road of how it all comes together. Again, we talk with a lot of the YP companies, especially who are sitting on long tail data. There's a lot of people who are working in the data space. Yoav's building something awesome over there. I remember speaking to Yoav a couple of years ago and seeing he was onto something very interesting. So if you can take the data, if you can have it, apply it with the right technology, and then you choose whichever products you want to be working with, it starts to get quite interesting.
So I put this very interesting slide together, and it breaks up a little bit different than on my computer. But anyway, you probably know this kind of process. Some of you do deliver websites, and this is just an example of a website delivering process. What I really want to communicate about this is that this is a complex process. It looks really complex. It is really complex. It doesn't have to be like that. The world can be a simpler place, can it not?
Well, I remember back in 1997, I founded a company called CityPages, and we made websites for businesses. And the first thing we did was we made the website in PowerPoint. We would print it out, go to the business, show them a printout of all the other websites we did. Then we would produce the website, having drawn a picture of it on a piece of paper, go make it again in PowerPoint, because none of them had internet to look at, show it to them, and I remember one of the big breakthroughs we had, Sven, was when we discovered that if you printed it out on higher quality paper, they had fewer comments to edit the website. So we had a massive cost saving by investing in the paper stock that we used to print out the websites. So obviously we've been through a bit of pain here. Sven comes from the same background in making websites as well. So this is why we're very excited about the breakthrough we believe we've achieved here.
So website is just one way of making profit. Your process could look like this. It's very costly, it's very long, it's complex. It could also look like this.
Right. This would be the drum roll bit if we had. First of all, let's talk about the profiles. So what you've got there is the Mirror business directory. We power directories for a number of major newspaper brands. Businesses come and claim their profiles. Our guys pick up the phone, speak to them, help them build the profiles. A lot of you guys are waiting for the holy grail of businesses to self-serve and give you free money and do it all themselves. Unfortunately, it's still the world where you can get a sign of life from a business, but usually you have to help them to build it. So we help to curate and build the profile. Once you've got the profile, it's then stored in our central index system, and we can do magical things.
Because it's structured.
Because it's structured.
That's where you, Peter, in the technique.
This is it, Peter.
Should push the purple button. And hopefully, this is a live demo, so everything can go wrong here. So what we're doing now is we're transforming, basically we're mining the gold mine now. We're taking that data that's structured, and we are turning it into a product. In this case, it's a website. We've made a deep integration with Central Index at Mono Solutions. So we take that data and we transform it into a beautiful looking website that you can basically go out and sell.
Well, we don't know what it's going to look like yet, do we, Sven?
No, actually that's actually built into the AI. It looks at the available content, and then it strips away what's not supposed to be there, and it magically turns out a template that is constructed by the data that's there.
Look, it's worked. Okay, now the drum roll.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter's got to click the other purple button. But what's happened there is all the data you're about to see has been pulled from the central index system, images, descriptions, testimonials, whatever, and Peter, now.
You should push the blue button, please. So here's the result. And this is the website. It looks like this one. If we push the button again, it will look differently. And there will be an image on it, maybe. So basically, what you do here is you turn the content into a product that you can sell. And you have no cost. So that's the point. If you have the content in a messy way, you can't do this. But if you have it in a structured way, then you can turn it into products.
We lost the template roulette there, didn't we, Sven? Because there's another one with the hero images, which looks quite cool. We'll do it again in a second. Why don't we do?
While you're talking, let's do the other one. Let's go back to the presentation and push the other purple button and have another example of this.
Now, to Sven's point about building these websites on the fly, obviously you don't want to be walking in with doing a sales pitch, build the site in front of them and say, right, that's $1,000, please, because it could be a bit awkward to explain how much work you have to do. We use this technology in Scoot to demo products. So we have an app store environment where the business owner and the sales guy can click and say, hey, would you like a Facebook page? Boom, this is what it looks like with all your content in it. Would you like a simple website? Here's what it could look like. And being able to use that as part of the process for sales is incredibly powerful. Some of you guys are using products like the Buzzboard platform. Again, we have an integration with those where, because of the structured data, you can run analysis on performance. If you take the next step and you can actually demo live products in a live environment, like a splash page showing a Google ad or a print ad or something like that, it starts to get pretty exciting. You can see why we're so excited about this. The possibilities are endless. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
We're still digging gold here, so we're turning.
Is this the same business, or?
I don't know if it's the same business or it was the other button, but never mind. In a moment, there's another website spawned up that you can sell. Again, it's all about turning the content that you have in a structured base into something that's profitable for you. So that's the whole point of this little demo here.
The other thing, Sven, is all of you have heard of DIY, do it with me, do it for me. We've invented the do nothing website.
Yes.
And this is what we're calling it, the do nothing website. The whole principle of taking the structured data and creating is the new wave in DMS, do nothing products. You heard it here first. Maybe we should hashtag it or something.
Just do nothing, and we are really doing nothing. We're letting Peter doing all the work. He's pushing the buttons there. So it's really do nothing. So let's have a look at the result. It's coming up in a moment, I guess.
A minute really is a long time.
It is. I'm trying to fill up the space here. So
are you going to do the song?
Should we take questions while we're waiting?
Does anyone have any questions while we're waiting? No.
All right, it's taking a little bit longer time than normal. Maybe it's the internet connection.
This is the problem with live demos.
Oh, we can go back to the presentation, Peter, if you
go on, Greg.
So your central index data comes from where precisely?
So we have a backfill partnership. We run something called the data exchange, where data owners give us data, and we give back free triggers. So we've gathered through partnerships about. We need to go back and push the button, don't we, to show that website? Can we? We curate the data through partnerships, basically.
So you're getting it from third parties. You're not crawling the web and organizing.
No, we don't do that. We're looking in different crawling partners, but we've had some issues with quality on that, to be fair, and because we're running a directory backbone. So we license it from core partners, and we operate a data exchange globally, whereby if there's a directory out there or our new business card product, business owners can claim, and that data is passed back to the owner.
And beyond the website creation, the automated website creation, how else are these data being deployed?
That's a great question. Thanks for that. So we're going to move on.
Maybe, Peter, we can just have a look at the website if it's finished now in the browser. So just see if it looks different this time. We have a black screen.
We went for a sort of night effect. I know. Louise did say to you, whatever you do, do not demo this live.
Yeah, that's right. We should have filmed it, but hey, that's so boring. Let's just go back to the presentation because something is wrong with the internet connection there, I think.